Hey, it's me, Potato Man, and I'm back with another video. Today is going to be a classic Spider-Man showcase. Only 3 figures. Well, technically 4. I'm showing off a different one, even though I already kind of have. I've already shown off that figure before, but who cares? It's my video. I can do whatever I want. Anyways, yeah, let's get into the video. Alright, so who do we have up first? Of course, we got Amazing Fantasy 15 Spider-Man. I don't know if Amazing Fantasy is like different from Marvel. I haven't looked that much into it, but if it is, then every single time I type in Amazing Fantasy, like just that without the number, the 15 always pops up, and that's of course Spider-Man. But yeah, as you can see here, I don't know what happened to the emblem in the middle. I really don't know what happened there. I really don't know actually. I just sealed it over like how I did with everything else, and everything else turned out fine. But who knows? He does have a little bit of comic shading on him, because I thought he would just be pretty bland if it was just like black and all that. Also, before anyone says a word, he does have a blue emblem on the back. It's blue, okay? That's how it is, okay? You can't change my mind about that. But yeah, I did paint the whole head, of course. And I just kind of did it on a normal red head. I didn't actually use any red paint on this figure whatsoever, besides a piece that's coming up in just a minute. And the reason why I didn't use any red paint is because I just got done with Tadoverse Spider-Man. You know, different costume, and I really do not feel like painting a whole different suit and just all the webbing on the red paint and having to go back and fix that. Take way too long, and I just thought this would be a simpler alternative. Plus, I already had like this torso kind of painted with the black on, so it was just easier that way. But I did just use like a normal Spider-Man torso as a base. I didn't even paint the front webbing nor the back. So yeah, that's the reason why it's like that. It's like a little like thinner. That's because that's actually printed and this is actually painted. The arms are completely painted too. Of course, a little bit of comic shading on them too. If I do pull this arm back a little bit, you can see he continues onto the back, which of course looks like this. The webbing is just all just painted on. You know, it was really tedious. But I do like the way it turned out, especially the head. He has so many webs on his head. I don't know why, but yeah, I like the way this figure turned out. The very nice, like very first appearance Spider-Man. You know, Amazing Fantasy 15. And yeah, he does have an alt arm, like I said before, just so I can then recreate that iconic shot, which I probably will, and I'll probably edit in the video, maybe, I don't know. Here the arm is, the web arm, which I don't know why some of the white paint's kind of rubbing off, don't really know why, it just kind of is. Yeah, I'm going to recreate the iconic image of him swinging with a man, because, you know, that's how I like to swing with men, but basically, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I just put a little bit of comic shading on there, too, you know, just kind of like, give it a little more oomph. I did use a man-bat arm, by the way, and I just kind of like dremelled away some of the wing. Kind of like make a transition into the wrist. Even though it doesn't technically go that high up, it actually goes up to like his elbow, but who cares? It's my figure. But to get it actually in the red color, because there is no red man-bat, I just use red spray paint. Because that's like as close as I'm going to get to Lego, in terms of like their color of red. Because, you know, let's just say the red paint that I use tends to be a little bit more different, as you can see here. Tends to be a tad bit darker. But yeah, I like the way this figure turned out overall. Moving on, we got big figs actually. These are just simple repaints, which is where I got the whole idea to make Spider-Man from. Here's Rhino. He's a bootleg big fig that I just repainted, which here's the original version right here. And then, you know, of course, here's this one. So in terms of like, I didn't actually paint in, like I didn't fill in the arms or anything like that, like how I usually do with my big figs. So I just kind of, like I said, it's just a repaint, same except for the Lizard. We'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, I like the way this figure turned out. You know, it's just solid gray with a different face, which actually is based off a specific face, that being Kite Man's, just angry face. Of course, it's a slight bit different, like with the eyebrows and all that. But yeah, I basically just based it off of that face because I thought it'd be fitting for a Rhino. So yeah. By the way, that figure it's gonna be Tadoverse Sandman. Yeah, I'm back on Tadoverse, baby. Anyways, but yeah, I like the way this figure turned out. I think he's really cool. At first, I don't know why he was like this, but he had like these little light gray patches on like his knees and on his back. So I had to like go back and just repaint all of that and then spray it over again. I really don't know why it was like that. Hell, I think you can see just a tiny bit on his chest. And it's like right there, like right around the collarbone. But you can't really see it all that well, but yeah. I don't know why, it was only just for the Rhino too. Everybody else is fine. I don't understand. Here's the Lizard though. Very nice looking. I like the way it turned out, especially the head. I think the head turned out the neatest. I didn't want to go overboard and paint so many scales, because then that would just be annoying. That'd be like painting the webbing on red paint all over again. But it would be a little bit easier because, you know, green and black tends to be a little... It tends to be easier just to paint with, like, other colors that aren't red and black. I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, but I like the way he turned out. Again, I don't know why he's like this. My white paint that I've been using recently, that being the multi-surface apple barrel white paint, it lays smoother. That fell over. It lays smoother, but for some reason, it tends to pick up like dust and all that. I don't know why it does that. Look, it even kind of bubbles up a little bit. I don't know why it does that. But like from a distance, you can't really see it all that well, which you still kind of can, but like it's not too terribly noticeable. The back is pretty good though, kind of. But I do still like the way this figure turned out. I did paint his pants to be magenta and not like a purple or anything like that. I know he has purple pants or something like that, but I don't care. I like the magenta look. I think it kind of goes great with the green, you know? And in some of the versions I was looking at, he didn't have claws. So that's the reason why like I didn't paint the claws on, because you can kind of see like where they would be. But yeah, I did kind of sculpt over like the feet though, because they kind of look a little weird. For some reason, this lizard figure was just metallic green instead of like a normal green. I don't know why. And his eyes looked pretty weird. It's like just solid yellow instead of having like pupils or anything like that. Which I did not decide to go with like the terrifying white eyes. Jesus Christ, that is horrifying. Anyways, but if I turn him around, you can actually take off the tail. So now he has an asshole. Yeah. Look into that. Pure black. Doesn't that just... I dropped Spider-Man. I was gonna have it leak a little bit. Doesn't that just make you want to like reach? That's stupid. Okay, I'm done with that. Anyways, moving on. We have one more figure. It's a pretty simple figure. I've already shown him off before, but I thought he'd be a little bit more fitting here. It's the Wall, of course. I just want to re-show him because I don't know. I just feel like it. Plus, he's a little bit more fitting here. Anyways, so yeah, just a whole bunch of bricks. Like, just brick pieces put on top of each other. I'm pretty sure I got this on, like, a Minecraft set. But yeah, he's got blue boots that I actually did not spray. I didn't spray any of this dude with, like, a sealant because this was, like, a while ago. So yeah, he also does have this face. I like the way it turned out. I think it's a nice little painted face. I couldn't get rid of the print stuff. I don't know why. Anyways, that is actually it for the showcase. I do want to show off a couple upcoming figures. I know I was going to... I'm pretty sure I said something about this before, but like the fantasy kind of showcase, you know, this. Yeah, I'm still working on that. I don't know. I might have like a few more ideas or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, you know, we saw Taylorverse Spider-Man. You know, it's just a remake of the blue suit. You know, I'll just give you a little bit of sneak peek here and all that. Yeah, I think he turned out way better. Even though I still do like the black suit, I do like this blue suit a little more because I like the blue and the red. I like how it clashes. I did also remake Venom. I didn't like the original one, so I just remade them. And then finally, a new addition to the Taylorverse, Kraven. Yeah. That's basically it for Spider-Man. I was actually going to do Venom at some point, like with this Venom big fig, but I just opted not to because it would just be the exact same figure. It wouldn't really be all that different. It would just be like a complete total repaint, but I don't know, maybe one day. And plus, I don't know. I don't think that version of Venom would really be that big and bulky. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? But yeah, that's basically it for, you know, this video. I don't really have a bit. I do kind of want to upload a different video. You'll see after this one. I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye. I don't have a bit to, like, get murdered or anything like that, so I'm just going to stand here and look at you.